Class 206 block diagram. Okay, so 206 means 76. So block diagram approach. What is a block diagram? Simple to understand. It is the system where principal parts, which are shown in blocks, okay, are connected by lines which show relationship between the blocks. So principal parts in a block are shown as blocks, and lines, arrow mark and how it is. This is feedback signal. Okay, so they are shown as lines. More detail operation is not bothered in the block diagram. Okay, now in contrast with with the block diagram, we have schematic diagrams. So schematic and layout diagrams. In schematic diagrams, we have more details, even in layout diagrams. Okay. Other method of representation representing a system is pictorial, graphical, mathematical, etc. Now we give examples of a typical electric system. Okay, so it is very simple to understand. You can take any general electric system. Okay, we have taken here a drive. Okay, which can be AC drive or DC drive. Accordingly, we have source. That is what is written here. Okay, electric charge. We have source. Okay, now see it may be AC or DC or even a current source. It can be from generators or battery or solar, etc. Right. So a simple one we have taken here, power modulator. You control the power, which can be just by a rheostat or a step down transformer or a PWM manipulator, PWM control, by anything. Okay. And that is given to the motor, which is coupled to the load. You are sensing the speed of the motor and you are giving the signal, feedback signal to the controller, which will uh, keep the motor at right speed. Okay, so this is an example. This is about power system. Okay, we have generating system, transmission, distribution, and load center. This is a very short one. I think if there is lot of, you better write first two. Any of these two are same. Okay. Next is electronic system. In electronic system, the power source is usually signal generator or DC power supplies, not AC power supplies. Okay, it can be analog or digital. The function is amplification, computation, data transfer, etc. etc. Okay, then the block diagram, okay, of a typical communication system is given here. Typical communication system. The explanation you have already studied, you can refer from your previous semester and write. Simply, I will tell you. So you have your information, okay? You have transmitter, you have receiver, and receiver gives output to the user, okay? So between the transmitter and receiver, you have channel. There will be noise, okay? So this is system. Okay, at the receiver, how much you have, you can have filter also. You will here in the transmitter you may have modulator. Here you will have demodulator and noise filtering, etc. These two are same. Okay. Next, a typical mechanical system. See, in electric system we have power as these four components. Okay, power, circuit, and load. In electronic system, you have power as DC or signal generator, and circuit components means these things. And instrument to measure, you have CRO, multimeters, etc. In electrical, you have measurements as ammeter, voltmeter, wattmeter. Anyhow, these things are not necessary. Okay, depending upon the marks, you can write. Otherwise, you can ignore those. Now, a typical mechanical system. So, for mechanical system, you have components as bearings, axles, seals, lubricants, frame members, say rigid members. Okay, all these things. Next, mechanisms. You can have gear trains, chain drive, belt drive, linkages, cam and followers, brakes, clutches, etc. Controlling of a mechanical system may be by mechanical or electrical or electronics or computerized. You can have all these controlling part. Okay, examples these. Okay, now a typical block diagram of an air conditioned system is shown here. How an air conditioning system works. The desired temperature is set by the user, means it is given to the thermostat. It is the controller. Okay, here what you desire, that is given to the thermostat. Okay, now actual temperature is also given here to the thermostat. Thermostat gets two signals because it is kept at the same place of temperature sensor, close to each other. These two will be close. So it will get the signal by by physical closeness. You are not giving here to an electronic device here. Desired temperature is set by this screw position. Okay, or say if you give it by a digital signal input, then input condition will be there and that will actuate the thermostat. Actually, this is a physical signal. Now it will actuate a compressor. It will give signal to the motor, which will rotate the motor compressor, and then heat flow changes and cooling, etc., everything takes place. Okay, and when the temperature comes to the desired value, the thermostat will return back to its previous position and will become off. Okay, so these things are there in detail. How an air conditioning system works, not in your syllabus, but interesting. If you are interested, kindly tell me. I will put another video, or you can refer to YouTube videos. I don't think it is necessary for you. Okay, this completes the chapter 5.